Good morning and welcome back to Proof of Work Coin News. Thanks for coming to hang out with me. I'm your host, Coinology. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 600 subscribers currently. It's the best way to support the channel. Let's move over to the Proof of Work crypto market. So currently we do have BTC Bitcoin moving down just a little bit. Huge outlier here. We have Komodo up 35%. Wow. On the other side of things, we do have Dynex down 12.8%. Conflux is down 4.5%. Caspa is down 3.1%. CKB is down 2.4%. Today, I wanted to talk to you personally about Kadena and why you should take a second look at it. Now, Kadena, I believe, has been severely fudded by Bitmain kind of taking over the network. And none of this is financial advice, and these are all facts that I have found on Kadena's website with Kadena's developers. I've been following Kadena pretty heavily over the last year, really started jumping into the ecosystem over the last 6 months. And let's talk about Kadena. So Kadena is a layer 1 blockchain. Basically, it's very similar, or in my opinion, a better Ethereum when Ethereum was proof of work. So Kadena is fast speeds, low transactions, and decentralized applications, just like Ethereum was. We don't really have a new Ethereum for proof of work, something that is mineable, that has that sort of that layer 1 dApp applications platform. And so now we have Kadena, but I believe it's being fudded very heavily. Now, if you look over comparably to Solana, which, I'm not saying I'm a fan of proof of stake coins, I'm just saying transactionally wise, Kadena is can process up to 480,000 transactions per second, where Solana can only transact 50,000 transactions per second. So there's that. The way that Kadena actually does that is with 20 subchains called braided chains. And they are trying to get up to 50 chains, 50 braided chains. That way they can just transact a ton of transactions, which would be great in the next bull run. Another thing I wanted to talk about is they are linked to a lot of gaming dApps. And from that, their coins need to be accessed very quickly. They need to be accessible, and then they need to also be secure. And that is built into Kadena's blockchain. So something like the Koala Wallet, you're able to log in and out very quickly without the use of private keys and things like that. You can use private keys, but when you log in, it actually enters your private keys for you and that kind of thing. And it's extremely safe. It's extremely secure. So that's really awesome for Kadena. Also, there is just a lot of different benefits to being a developer. They're really trying to give people that are developers of these dApps, like Ethereum had, which made Ethereum what Ethereum is today. They're trying to give a lot of different grants or different levels of support to these developers. So why not come over to Kadena and build? There's no reason not to. But basically, they have something called gas stations, and it's a place where developers can come to have their gas fees completely removed. And the gas fees are already extremely low for Kadena, but on top of this, they're free for the majority of developers or people testing and things like that. So I think that is awesome, especially when you're transacting many transactions to test things throughout a day. That's awesome to have. Like I said, a lot of different grants for developers. And with that being said, so they have a $100 million grant program, and anybody that wants to come onto their platform, you don't have to go to a bank and try to secure some sort of loan. Kadena will just grant you the money to come and build a dApp on their platform. That was something that, I feel like really, really can boost one of these layer one blockchains, having that money available. Why go build on a different network when your work is going to be paid for? I mean, that's awesome. Let's see here. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is the emissions and solo mining. So the emissions is actually very, very, very slow. And obviously it has to do with the amount of tokens that are going to be obviously put into the ecosystem. But basically, their emissions are extremely slow. So kind of the opposite of something like a Caspa, where all of the coins are going to be out there very, very quickly. Kadena is a real slow roll. Additionally, it's really simple to mine with Kadena, and especially if you're a solo miner. The way that their blockchain works is that it's easy for everybody to solo mine. And even if you have one box miner, you can solo mine and you can actually hit blocks. And from my experience, solo mining on Kadena has been way more profitable than pool mining. For instance, some of the luck that I have had solo mining is, for instance, with my box miners, my KD box 2s by Gold Shell, they are supposed to produce about 0.4 Kadena a day on the low power mode setting. And solo mining, I receive about 0.6, 0.7, 0.8 Kadena a day per box solo mining. And I've been just as lucky solo mining with one KD box 2 as I am now running 4 KD boxes and a KD Lite. So it's not like I became more lucky or anything like that. It's just everybody can solo mine on this network, and they actually kind of promote that. Additionally, their founders and their advisors are a really awesome team. So their founders are Stuart Popejoy and Will Martino, and they basically worked for JP Morgan, and they were part of their emerging blockchain group. They helped them build their first blockchain. So they really understand the corporate side of things. They understand the regulation. They understand a lot of things about blockchain. And their supporter or their advisor is Dr. Stuart Haber, who is actually the co-inventor of blockchain. And he's actually the most cited author in Satoshi Nakamoto's Bitcoin white paper. So, a lot of respect for this developer team. Really awesome people. I mean, to me, something about, for instance, about Bitcoin, about Caspa, about Ethereum, about all these great blockchains, one thing that they always have behind them are the really great developer team. And that is something that 100% Kadena can boast. Additionally, and kind of last but not least, you also have wrapped KDA. So with this, you can actually go ahead and transact on different networks. Right now, the only network that you can transact on not Kadena, but wrapped Kadena is going to be the Ethereum chain. So you can actually jump onto the Ethereum chain and transact, which I think is awesome. That you can transact with the original kind of layer one, fast speed, low transaction, decentralized application network. But that's all I have for you. I sincerely think a lot of people have overlooked Kadena for a really long time. I think that it was really being promoted when the coin was very profitable, but now that the coin has dropped a whole lot, and people feel like they can only mine profitably with the larger Antminer Bitmain miners, I think that this coin has kind of been fudded out, and I think that with the price where it's at, I think it's something that everybody should take a look at. Kadena is at 44 cents, but its all-time high was $23, $24, somewhere in there. And so from that, you have basically a 50x up to the top. So to say that this coin will not pump at all in the next bull run, I mean, I think is crazy. I think it's going to do something. Will it make it back up to the top? Will it create new all-time highs? It's extremely risky. But with all these things going for it, I personally believe that it's a great cryptocurrency, a great blockchain. And like I said, I think that you should consider it, not financial advice. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I would love to know where your mind is and where your headspace is on Kadena. Moving over to miner profitability, currently we have Pepe W back in the lead. I hate this coin. I mean, I really, really hate it. Not financial advice. I don't recommend mining it directly. I recommend mining it to an exchange. Mine it to sell. I did make a video on this if you want to look back, if you're interested in mining Pepe W. But yeah, such a sketchy coin. So the NVIDIA RTX 4090 most profitable on Pepe W, doing $1.67, 97 cents after power. Moving down, we have the 6900 XT most profitable on Dynex, doing 50 cents revenue, 20 cents after power. We do have the CMP 170HX most profitable on Clore, doing 59 cents revenue, 16 cents after power. Moving down, we have the 7900 XTX most profitable on Novo, doing 56 cents revenue, 13 cents after power. We do have the 5700 XT most profitable on, how do you guys say this? Is it Ethereum or is it R-ETH? I mean, I don't know how to say it. It's Ethereum? I give up. 30 cents revenue, 11 cents after profit. So a lot of random coins. We still do not have one coin, kind of the most profitable coin. Dynex seemed like it was going to be that coin, and, since its network crashed, it's just not been the same, so that's unfortunate. We still don't really have a coin leader. Hopefully in the future we do. Moving over to ASIC miners, we have the Jazzminer X16-P, most profitable on NiceHash ETH, doing $15.85 a day, $11.29 after power. We have Antminer L7 on Script NiceHash, doing $12.81 a day, $5.07 after power. The Antminer K7 most profitable on CKB, doing $11.71, $4.32 after power. We have the S19 XP Hydro most profitable on Digibyte, doing $15.76 a day, $2.92 after power. Moving down, we have the Z15 Pro most profitable on Pirate Chain, doing $9 a day, $2.85 after power. I am noticing on some of these FPGA miners, the black miners, that there is a Aeon coin on K12 algorithm that is becoming a little bit profitable. For instance, the black miner F2, which has been around for freaking forever, is doing $4.73 a day, $2.54 after power. We have the Antminer KA3 for Kadena. This is the miner I'm talking about. When I talked about Kadena, this is the miner that basically kind of destroyed the network. Very similar to what's going on with Caspa. It's similar to what's happened with CKB, Scicoin, Bitcoin for that matter. There's just been a number. I mean, even look at, the Antminer, the D series. The D9 is just crushing this network. And, if you want to mine X11, you got to use a D9. If you want to mine CKB, you got to use the K7. But on Kadena, everybody can solo mine. You don't have to have a KA3 to solo mine. You can solo mine on a single box miner and be very successful hitting blocks, just as successful as somebody with a KA3. Obviously, they're going to hit more blocks because they have more hash rate. Now we also have the S19 XP doing $8.61 a day, $1.38 after power. We have the E9 Pro doing $6.59 a day, $1.31 after power, most profitable on Ethereum Classic. Thank you very much for coming to check out my video. I super appreciate it. Please, if you have any questions about proof of work miners, proof of work coins, please drop it down in the comments below. We'd love to talk about it as a community. Additionally, if you have any feedback about something we should talk about in the future, drop it down in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will go ahead and see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.